Excellent.
Listen to how much sound my feet make when I do this. I mean, I don't know how clearly that comes across to you, but that's a lot of sound for not a lot of movement.
Commander Shepard, we've received information that may be critical to your mission against Saren.
I'll take all the help I can get.
We've received an urgent message from one of our infiltration regiments in the Traverse.
I'm listening.
We currently have several infiltration units scattered throughout the border regions of Citadel space. This particular unit was gathering intel on Saren.
What did they find?
Unfortunately, the message we received was little more than static. The infiltration team must be in a situation where they can't set up proper interstellar communications. But the message was sent on a channel reserved for mission-critical communications. Whatever they were trying to tell us, we know it was important. Considering your interest in Saren, we thought you might want to investigate this. Find out what happened to our team. The signal originated from the planet Vermeer.
I'll look into it.
The Council prefers not to become involved in the specifics of Spectre activities. We only want you to be aware of all your options, including Vermeer. Good luck, Commander Shepard. We will keep you advised if we learn anything else.
What? What's up with you guys? How's it going? Alright, timestamp. I was hoping the little
If anyone has to take
scene
over
would be
from
messed
Captain
up.
Anderson, I'm glad it's you.
Carry on, Presley.
Yes, sir.
Okay, now he's down here, but the other guy's still up there. I've never seen that bug before. Okay, so I just did Pharos. I guess I'll go talk to my crew. Or did I already do that? I don't think I did that yet. Also, how am I doing in the whole inventory department? I yearn for better armor. How wonderful that would be, but I have it not. I think, how much money do I have? A respectable amount of credits, but not an overwhelm. Might go back to the Citadel, see what kind of products I can purchase. I don't know if they'll be new, but I should go down to the requisition dumpster also and see what's up there. What's down there, I should say. I love how fast the elevator is in the PC version. It's so slow on the Xbox. Yay! Zoom. Down I go. I feel as if I already talked to my crew after Pharos. Maybe I did.
Shepard, I'm glad you're here.
Good to see you smiling again, so to speak.
I'm sleeping much better now. I guess I'm getting used to how quiet your ship is. I still think a lot about my pilgrimage, though. I know Saren's our top priority, but with all the worlds we go to, I was hoping to find something to bring back to the flotilla.
We've still got a long way to go. You'll find something to take back.
Yes, but it cannot just be some derelict ship my people can use for salvage. It has to be more than that. There's a lot expected of me.
What's so special about you?
It's my father. He's the senior member of the Admiralty Board. He's one of only 5 people who can overrule the decisions of the Conclave for the good of the migrant fleet. My father is responsible for the lives of 17 million people, Our entire race is in his hands, and I'm his only child.
It must be tough on you.
My people place a high value on family and ancestry. There's an unspoken expectation that I'll live up to my father's example. Everyone's waiting for me to do something great on my pilgrimage. Something that will forever change our lives for the better. If I don't, it's like I failed, and that reflects badly on both me and my father.
The work you're doing here is more important than anything any Quarian has ever done before.
Yes, I know. But you have to understand Quarian culture. We're a very insular society. The events beyond the flotilla don't much matter to the average citizen. Our greatest dream is that one day we'll return to our homeworld and drive out the Geth. But even if we stop Saren, that's not going to happen. There's still millions of Geth behind the veil. Until they're gone, our exile will continue.
I wonder if she ever uses the phrase Keela Salai in the first game. I know she does in the second.
What would you need to bring back to make everyone happy?
Something that would help us better understand the Geth. They've changed significantly since the exile. They've continued to evolve. We've done our best to study them, but it's not easy. They're very reclusive. Until recently, they never went beyond the borders of the Veil. And all the Geth we run into now are under Saren's control. We'd need to find Geth operating on their own, independently. But I don't want this to get in the way of our mission, Shepard. First, we stop Saren. Then I'll worry about my own problems.
I should go.
See you later.
More XP. More XP. More XP. Song. Let's talk to the requisitions officer.
Looking for supplies?
Let's see what you've
You
got.
bet, Commander.
Ooh. Insufficient credits. What? Better go to the Citadel and gin up some more money.
Oh, before I go, you said you're serving with Commander Shepard now? We saw him on the news here. He's cute. Later, sis.
Tell me you didn't hear that.
Afraid I did.
Oh, shoot me now. One of my sisters. That's Sarah, the youngest. Surprised to see you here, sir. Thought you'd be chatting up, what's her name? T'Soni?
Liara, why would you think that?
Scuttlebutt says you got a bit of a thing for her. I could understand why. The crew's off limits with the regs against fraternization. And at least she looks like a woman.
You think I'm interested in Liara because she's the only one I'm allowed to date?
So you are interested in her. Of course, it could be politics. Alien diplomat's daughter, us under orders to make nice with the bug-eyed monsters. What's up? You didn't come by to eavesdrop on Family Mail.
Wait a second. When was it established that Liara's mother's a diplomat? Bad writing, game. Come on.
Your family seems to be important to you.
Yeah, we've always been close. Me and my sisters especially. With Dad on duty so much, I had to help Mom raise them.
Did your father serve with the fleet?
Yeah, took any crap posting he could get that offered space time. You know what? He worked his ass off trying to get recognized, but he never made it above serviceman 3rd class. He was real proud when I met Chief. First thing he did was salute.
What about your mother? You haven't mentioned her.
You must know what military wives are like. Strong because they have to be, able to raise kids while Dad's away on a 6-month cruise. She has a degree in planetary geology. She and Dad both wanted to see.
It's true though, isn't it? Well, I don't know. I don't think
career
it's
to raise us, though.
unless I missed something. I don't think it was ever really established what Benezia did. I mean, she could well have been a diplomat. I'm not contradicting it. It's just I don't think at any point in the story would Ashley have found out or heard that she's a diplomat. I don't know. I could be wrong, but that's my impression. I am glad that the chat is working. I can see what you're saying, Xeno Reaper. Welcome. Let's ask about the sisters.
You have more than one sister? Sounds like a big family.
Yeah, I'm the oldest, then Abby, then Lynn. Sarah's the youngest. She's still in high school. With 4 girls, Dad used to say he felt more outnumbered at home than on maneuvers.
Where did you grow up?
All over. We transferred a half a dozen times before I finished grade school. You go where personnel command sends you, right? I guess that's why I'm so tight with my sisters. We'd have to leave all our friends every 2 or 3 years.
You're lucky to have a close family.
Sorry, I forgot about your family situation.
Or lack thereof. Relax, Williams. I've dealt with it.
Asked me to clear a bunker of armed hostiles? No problem. Dealing with the foot in my mouth? Not so good with that. Things were tense between Sarah and me for a while. Then we bonded.
Sounds like your father wasn't around much. Wasn't your family stationed near him?
Dad always wanted to serve in space, but he wanted us to have real ground under our feet. He'd say, space is beautiful, but you can't raise a family there. I cannot rest from travel. I will drink life to the lees. All times I've enjoyed greatly, have suffered greatly, both with those that loved me and alone. For always roaming with a hungry heart, much have I seen and known. Cities of men and manners, climates, councils, governments.
I didn't know you liked classical literature.
Ulysses was my dad's favorite poem. Every time he shipped out, he recorded me reading it. He had a dozen versions when he retired.
Does he still like it?
I sure hope so. I read it to his grave every time I go home. Dad passed on a few years back. He's probably still watching, though. So behave.
You mean from wherever we go after death?
Dead on, Skipper. He's with God now. That's not a problem with you, is it? That I believe in God?
You know that old saw, there's never an atheist in a foxhole? I've been in a lot of foxholes.
Yeah, I guess you have. I've met a few people who are really weirded out by my faith. Because I work in space, I can't believe in a higher power? Jeez. Hello, have you people looked out the window? How can you look at this galaxy and not believe in something? I should get back to my duties. Didn't mean to take up so much of your time.
We'll talk later, Williams.
Looking forward to it, Skipper.
What do you want, Shepard?
Why did you become a mercenary?
Lots of reasons.
Such as?
Such as, I needed to get out of our system. I needed to eat. I needed to survive.
Why not stay and help your people?
I tried to help. That's why I had to leave.
What happened?
I was betrayed. I was head of a small tribe. We were trying to restore order after the war, but the other tribes were against us. They followed Jared, one of the few warlords who survived the war with the Turians. But he was old, and so were his ideas. He wanted to continue the war. He wanted us to fight Turians, Solarians, each other. It didn't matter who, as long as we were fighting.
Yeah, I agree. Asari would view her that way, but I don't think Ashley Williams would. Anyways, whatever. Maybe it was mentioned at some point, maybe it was stated, or maybe it's in a conversation that I just haven't heard before, so I don't know. It just seemed an oddly specific thing for Ashley, of all people, to say. I mean, if Garrus had said it, okay, he lives on the Citadel, and he's a little more attuned to what's going on with them, that makes more sense, you know. Or if Hackett had said it, I don't know. But it was odd for Ashley.
What did you want?
I just wanted Jared to shut up, to stop his ranting. I wanted him to stop leading the tribes astray. But he couldn't understand how much things had changed. We didn't have the numbers to go to war. Even if we did, the genophage made sure we couldn't replenish our numbers fast enough. I told them all to forget about war. We needed to focus on breeding, at least for one generation. And for a while, we were getting through. Some of the tribes started coming around.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Ashley is the one who on the Citadel has that line, I can't tell the aliens from the animals. By the way, I just noticed something. Everyone on this crew deck, Rex, Garrus, Tali, and Ashley, all of them have a lot to say about their dads, and how influential they are. And Ashley's the only one that even passingly mentions her mother.
I take it the Warlord didn't appreciate that.
No, he didn't. He arranged a crush with the tribes. A meeting on neutral ground. He wanted to talk. We met at the Hollows, near the graves of our ancestors. The skulls of our dead laid bare to remind us where we come from, and where we all go. It's as sacred as any Krogan place can be. Violence is forbidden.
It sounds like a trap to me. You must have suspected as much.
I did. But when your father invites you to a crush, well, there are some laws that even we hold sacred.
Jared was your father?
He was. Until that day. We talked, but we didn't get anywhere. When it was clear that I wouldn't join him, he gave the signal. His men leapt from the graves of our ancestors like Krogan undead. The few that were loyal to me died quickly. I escaped with my life, but not before I sank my dagger deep into my father's chest. That is why I left, and that's why I'll never go back.
You must have family other than your father. Don't you miss them?
You trying to make me cry, Shepard? I've got some unfinished business with my family, but that's all.
What kind of business?
Before I left, I made an oath to my father's father. I swore to recover my family's battle armor. It was taken from him after the uprising.
What's so important about this armor?
It's a relic. Useless, really. But it was worn by 5 generations of my family before the war. It's rightfully mine. Originally, it was taken by the Turian military. We weren't allowed armor or weapons after the war. Now, it's in the hands of Ton Actus, a Turian scum who collects relics from the war. He's made millions selling Krogan artifacts that were stolen from my people. He's got several bases where he stores his goods, all fortified and guarded. I just don't know which base has my family's armor.
Just tell me where to start looking.
I'll upload the data to your nav system. But Commander, I want to be there when you find him.
So long, Rex.
Shepard.
Okay. I'm gonna go talk to Garrus, and then I'm gonna go to the Citadel.
Commander, good to see you.
You've been with C-Sec a while. Have you seen much action?
Well, not as much as you, but yeah, I've seen some interesting things.
I'll bet you have. Anything in particular that stands out?
I remember this Solarian geneticist I was sent to investigate. That case was a bit disturbing.
What happened? Why were you investigating them?
I was tasked with tracking black market trade on the Citadel. Most of it harmless, nothing I needed to pursue. But during the course of my investigation, I noticed an increase in the trade of body parts, organs mostly. We usually get a few of those, but not the numbers I was seeing. We weren't sure if there was a new black market lab or if some freak was harvesting organs from citizens.
What is this madness? This is Julian playing Mass Effect. That's what this madness is. Tim usually doesn't stream this early, I don't think either. I believe he's normally working or up to something. He's usually on later anyhow.
You've seen this before on the Citadel?
Every so often, some lab sells unwanted parts through the black market, but they're not as bad as the Psychos. I remember this one Elcor diplomat we caught in my first year on the job. He was hacking people up and selling their organs, had the station in a bit of a panic. But this case wasn't that clear-cut. Turns out there was more going on than we first realized.
So how did you figure out what was happening?
First, we got a hold of a sample and ran DNA tests. The weird thing was, the match led us to a Turian who was still alive and was very convinced he'd never lost his liver. after a bit of digging, I discovered this Turian worked briefly for Dr. Salion, the geneticist. So I went to his lab hoping to find evidence of cloned organ development, but there was nothing. No Salarian hearts, no Turian livers, not one Krogan testicle.
You're kidding, right? Why would anyone want Krogan testicles?
Some Krogan believe that testicle transplants can increase their virility, counteract the effects of the genophage. It doesn't work, but that doesn't stop them from buying. They'll pay up to 10,000 credits each. That's 40,000 for a full set. Somebody's making a killing out there.
What did you do about the geneticist?
I brought in some of his employees for interrogation, to see if I could get them to talk. While I was interviewing one of them, I came across something suspicious.
You mean threaten? Was that really necessary?
Maybe, maybe not. Either way, it paid off. One of my detainees started bleeding profusely during the interview. We offered to patch him up, and he got frantic, freaked out. I ordered a full exam to find out what was going on. Our medics found incisions all over his body.
You love me! You really love me!
Just Dr. Salion's employees. They were test tubes.
Thank you, Xeno Reaper. Much appreciated.
Test tubes.
Xeno Reaper helping us fight the Reapers. Excellent.
He was growing parts inside these people?
Exactly. He cloned their organs right inside their own bodies.
Excellent.
Harvested them and sold them off. Most of the victims were poor. He'd pay them each a small percentage of the sales, but only if the organs were good. Sometimes an organ wouldn't grow properly, so he'd just leave it in them. Most of them were a mess, but only on the inside, hidden so nobody could see it.
I hope he got what he deserved.
That's the worst part. We never caught him.
As you know, I didn't catch it on my laptop. Is this your first or second month subscribing to us?
Why not? What the hell happened?
He ran, blew his lab, grabbed some of his employees, and headed for the nearest space dock. By the time I found out, his ship was already leaving. He threatened to kill his hostages if we tried to stop him.
But you went after him anyway, right?
I ordered Citadel Defense to shoot him down, but CSEC headquarters countermanded my order. They were worried about the hostages, worried about civilian casualties if the ship was destroyed so close to the Citadel. I told them those hostages were dead anyway. We just used them to make more organs. But they wouldn't listen.
Well, thanks again, Xeno. Do appreciate it.
Well, it's not worth the risk. You pursue the vessel and disable it. That's the best choice.
They sent the military after him, but he got away just the same. Yes, they did. I went to Patton and told him what I thought of him and his policies. He said if I didn't like it, I could quit. Well, I almost did.
I'll listen to the song later.
Disable that ship, stop him from running. Maybe the hostages die, maybe they don't, but at least we stopped the bastard responsible for it.
Hold on a sec. Oh yeah, the credits music. Yeah, that's pretty good. You know what? Actually, I think the last time I played through this game on stream, I got to the end credits, and I usually sit through the credits because a lot of people worked on the game, and even though hardly anyone got to see the credits while I was playing, you know, I always play the credits just, you know, consider how much effort went into it. And that video got flagged because it had that music in it, which apparently is licensed or something, and it got muted. Wonderful. But yeah, that's a good song. My favorite track in this whole game, though, is probably the From the Wreckage. You know, the part where right after the, well, I mean, just in case somebody's listening to the spoiler, when Shepard comes out of the wreckage, that stuff is awesome. Yeah, sadness. Yeah, it was annoying when it got muted. That was a good stream I had.
If you don't care about the fate of those hostages, then you're no better than he is. You're just a terrorist with a badge.
Yeah, maybe you're right. It doesn't make it any easier, but I see a point. Just wish I could have stopped him. That's all.
Do you have any idea what happened to Dr. Salion?
I sent out feelers from time to time, hoping to find something. I thought I'd found him a while back. He changed ships and changed his name to Dr. Hart, his idea of a joke, I guess. I told the military, but they weren't convinced it was him. I got the transponder frequency for his new ship, but I just can't get anyone to check it out.
I'll check out the coordinates when I get a chance.
I was hoping you'd say that. But Commander, take me with you when you go. If it's Salion, I want to be there when you find him.
Okay, so now to go rustle up some money. Let's see. Lara has a really good pistol. Oh wow, I don't have any other pistols to give her that are junk. Ooh, wow, that's okay. Next person. Alright, Tali has... Okay. Again, the pistol that I can't do anything. Man, I may not have what I... Ooh. Yeah. Actually, hold on a sec. Why is this thing just called V? This must be a glitch. No. Let's see, can I give her better armor? Yes, finally I give Tali some better armor. Alright. Well, let's go. Oh, I can do that one, I can do that one, I can do these two. Use some amount of money. Okay, who are the ones I always take? Well, Rex is gonna have a good shotgun, I'm sure. Okay, so I can switch this out. Yep. And Polaris Amp. Let's go down. Better armor, yay. Alright. Garrus. Garrus has a nasty assault rifle. And yeah. Oh, okay. Alright, so now to the Citadel to sell some things, get money. Because that's what this game is about. Money. Up we go. Also, you missed it earlier. I walked out here in Presley, and this other guy over here were standing up on top of that data area. They were standing up on the counter, basically. It's pretty funny looking. Alright, we took care of everything on Pharos. Back we go to the Widow, the Serpent Nebula, the Widow system, and the Citadel. Yeah, that track was actually the most played track in my iTunes library until all my numbers got reset when I, well, computer issues. But, yep, I liked it quite a bit. I'm also fond of the Normandy theme. I've heard it a bazillion times since I've walked around Normandy so much, but I still like that theme. And the opening theme of the game is very good. I like the... I forget, what's it called? The track that plays when you're escaping from the Citadel to go to Ilos. Anderson punches out Udina. I'm trying to remember what that one's called. But that one's also very good. The first game in general just has really solid music. Very enjoyable. All three games really do. I just think the first one stands out the most. Or actually, I'll put it this way. I think the first game has the best cutscene music. And I think the sequels had a little bit better combat music. It was more varied, it was more situational. Yeah, but they're both great. Have you read the first two books? Mass Effect books? I have not read any Mass Effect books.
Equalizing interior pressure with exterior
I don't know.
atmosphere.
I tried to read one of those Halo novels.
The commanding officer
And
is
because
assured
back in that day, those days I liked
Presley
Halo.
has the deck.
And it was boring. I just couldn't get into it. So I don't know. I might look at a Mass Effect book some days, but it's not something that I'm jumping out of my skin and say, oh yeah, I need to read a Mass Effect book. But if you recommend them, I might check them out. Na-na-na. Na-na-na as in they're good, or na-na-na as in what? What do you mean by this na-na-na?
With all this exploration of Prothean culture, this must be like a survey for you, Liara.
Our travels now are somewhat different from my normal excavations. I would prefer lengthier studies and fewer explosions.
The loss of all this Prothean technology is just one more thing Saren will have to pay for.
Written by the writer of the games. Okay. That could be interesting. Yeah. Alright. I mean, obviously the trouble with a book or a movie based on Mass Effect is if it involves Shepard, it would establish a canon of how he or she behaves, what he or she looks like, and so on, or whether Shepard is a he or a she. So I'm assuming these books deal with things besides Shepard, unless it's very peripheral. I mean, wasn't there a book that explained how Liara rescued Shepard's body from Jabba the Hutt? I mean the Shadow Broker? Or the Collectors? Where am I even going? I need to go to the med bay. Very thrilling and not boring at all. Okay, let me see. Where's my little legal pad? Or my little notepad. Make a note to myself to check out the Mass Effect books. Okay. I mean, if I can get them cheap on Amazon, I'll go ahead and do that. Can't promise I'll read them immediately because I'm reading another book right now, but I should be finished with it before too long. But yeah, thanks for recommending it. I'm always on the lookout for good new material. Alright, Dr. Michelle.
Is there something I can do for you?
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Anderson. Okay. That could be interesting. Sale. Oop. I didn't keep count, so I'm not going to be too aggressive. I don't want to go over the 20 item buyback limit. Nope, there's Conrad.
Welcome back.
Alright, so over 300,000 credits for that.
I've got an idea, and I wanted to run it by you.
I've got a lot going on right now, but I can spare a moment.
Great! This'll just take a minute. With so many human colonies being attacked, I'm not sure that one Spectre is enough. What if you signed me on as another Spectre?
Conrad, I don't think that's a good idea.
But I'd make a great Spectre. I'd be right there with you, showing the Council what humanity is capable of.
I mean, he's got the hair for it.
I know you're afraid to trust people after losing your team at Akuz, but I'd never let you down.
What about your wife, Conrad? She trusts you too. Aren't you letting her down?
What? I don't understand.
You know what keeps me going out here? Knowing that people back home are keeping humanity strong.
You're right. I just got so caught up in all of it. I wanted to help. I'll go home. Thanks for setting me straight.
So what's the second book about? Is it about Shepard going back and forth between Dr. Michelle and Expat getting money? Actually, a Dr. Michelle book could be a tiny bit interesting. I always liked her character, and I wish there was more of her.
Let me take a look at what you have for sale.
Of course.
Yeah, Conrad is very needy. He comes back in the sequels.
Welcome back, EarthClan. Will you be needing supplies?
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent.
Okay, I'm gonna do this one more time, and then I'm gonna go back to more interesting things. Once I'm over that million mark, I'm okay. Then I can go to the Spectre. Actually, I guess I could see if X-Bat or the armor guy
Yes,
over.
Commander. Is there something I can do?
Let me take a look at what you.
Of course.
So, that sound effect is kind of disproportionately loud. I'm not sure why that is. How are you doing, Mom, by the way?
Welcome back.
Show me what you.
Alrighty. Okay, let's see.
Welcome back, EarthClan.
Show me what you've got.
Most excellent.
Alright, so what's he got here? I don't think that rifle is any kind of a match for light armor for a Turian. Okay, I'm gonna buy this because it seems amazing. Medium armor. We got. I'm doing okay. Just first day back at school in a while after we lost Thursday and Friday due to weather. So, yep, nice and sunny out now. Almost 60 degrees during the day. So, yeah, take it. Armax license, get a Medigel upgrade. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. Go down and talk to Morland at Morland's famous shop.
Yes, human, you need something, yes? Oh, you will be pleased, I think. Very good things I have. You will see.
Okay. Should have brought Rex along to compare. Don't know if this one's better. I think it probably is. But let's see. Well, I mean, this is a straight upgrade for that. So I'll buy it and see if Rex would like it. Orion armor. Oh wait.
Yes, human, you need something, yes? Oh, you will be...
Alright. Human armor. Yeah, that's junk. Thank you. Ooh, a grenade upgrade? Yes. Geth Armory. This is one of the most oxymoronic things in the game. That we would have a license to get Geth weaponry from the Geth, who are this reclusive robot race that lives in the Perseus Vale and is generally considered to be a menace to civilization, having driven the Quarians from their homeworld several centuries ago, and generally acting antagonistically. But we'll take the license anyway. Alright, so let's go to Dr. Michelle, see if there's anything I can buy from her. I was going to refill my Medigel. This is the first Mass Effect playthrough I've done in a long time where I've actually upgraded my Medigel, because normally I just don't use the stuff.
Yes, Commander. Is there something I can do for you?
But when I can't use guns to kill things, I need Medigel. I guess this is all she has. Alright. Ah, well, that's fine, I guess. I'll be okay. Let's go to the financial district, then we'll get out of here. Look at this guy here, all non-suspicious. Oh, my frame rate just dropped. Ugh. Why? Why do you do this game? Calm down.
Commander. Show me your items. Oh, this one.
Alright, what do we got here? This is the heavy Krogan armor. Yeah, I don't think this guy necessarily...
Show me your items. Oh, this one is...
Upgrades. Yeah. Wait a minute. 40%. Okay, I do want those. And I do want this. Yeah.
Commander.
Show me your items.
Oh, this one.
Let's see. License. What we got here? Yeah, no. Yeah, no. Nope. 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 Okay. I think that's good enough.
It never gets dark here. They keep the artificial sunlight on at all times.
Okay, back to my ship. Actually, one last thing. I'm going to go to the requisitions officer and see if he has any good equipment for me. If he has any more of that Spectre gear.
Hello, Commander.
Inspector Gadget.
Show me what I'll open the rare stocks.
Razor. Good. Pistol. It is... Well, actually, it's not... Nah, it's no match. Armageddon shotgun. Yeah. What I recall, the Armageddons are actually pretty darn strong. But, so, Casa Fabrication. Got amp. And not as good an amp as I would like. Alright. So now let's go back to the ship. This time for real. Pretty good little economic adjustment there. Got some equipment, got some things we needed. What we're gonna hear on the radio this time.
After years of poor economic performance, ExoGeni has announced that its research colony on Pharos is finally returning a profit. New discoveries and a dedicated colonization effort have finally paid off for ExoGeni. ExoGeni's stock rose sharply with the announcement, with investors pleased at this surprising news.
Yeah, I don't know why I couldn't spare Zhang this time, why he had to die. I mean, he was a slime ball. But, I don't know, I've always been able to resolve that peacefully. In fact, I didn't even really know it was a Paragon option to kill him. I figured that'd be a renegade thing to do. Although he does kind of attack me, but oh well. So I'm also gonna quickly... So Liara has her super duper pistol, Garrus. Here's your super duper assault rifle with geez, why do I not have very good upgrades? Seems as if they're kind of limited. Oh, and Garrus, you can put this on now. Yeah, baby. More shields. I think I'm just gonna make him super tanky. He's gonna heal really fast now. Also, Liara, armor. Can I get you better armor? Some better armor? Yeah, you know it. Better armor and medical interfaces. As good as we have. She has her super pistol. She's got good Omni tool. Let's give her a better amp. Alright, this will make her abilities even faster on the recharge. I'm liking it so far. Alright, so what about Shiver? I think didn't I find myself some better armor? Maybe not. Oh no, I found Rex some butt kicking armor. So I'll put that on him next time I take him out. Okay, time to do some missions. See how this goes.
Stand by, shore party. Decontamination in progress. Logged. The commanding officer is aboard. Exo Presley stands relieved.
I like the formality of that. Okay. Alright, where do I want to go from here? Armstrong Nebula, Kepler, Verge, Hawking, Ada. Let's go to Argos Row. Hydra. Getting off the old Citadel. Medicos, okay. Old Helium-3.
Message coming in. Patching it through.
I think this is the meteor planet.
Distress call from the Sacred Angel Medical Transport.
Maybe.
Critical system failure. Losing power. Emergency landing. Argos. Communications failing. Life support and emergency transponder. Won't last. Please hurry.
Yep. You know what? Let's take these two. And give Rex his new armor. Level 2 hazard. Equipment. Or not Rex. Super duper shotgun. Yes. You know what though? We're gonna give him. Where are they? I know I have them. I bought them specifically. I bought some high explosive rounds. Where the heck are they? Have I just gone insane? I don't think so. Alright. Well. Odd. Well, we'll see about that. Anyways, armor. I bought some armor for him. Oh wait, Rex can't wear heavy armor? Why? What do I need to level up on Rex to let him wear heavy armor? Advanced immunity combat. Okay, there we are. I was gonna say. Alright, so let's give Rex a lot of oomph to him. Let's give him some real stand power. Let's level up his shotgun as far as we can. Garrus. And yeah, okay. So let's go back to old Rexy. Yes. Ooh, that looks cool. And it's really strong. So he's gonna be tanky as all heck. Ablative coating? We can do better than that, can't we? Okay, maybe not. Ablative coating it is. Got a super duper shotgun. I swear I bought high explosive rounds. Oh well. Anyways, they can now absorb a ton of damage and keep on ticking. Nice place we got here. kind of like Colorado. Only nicer. $14,000 credits for that. But it is odd that I haven't been finding high explosive rounds so far. I don't know, I don't remember them being particularly rare in previous playthroughs. Does it have something to do with the fact that I'm playing Adept? Is that something that just Soldier gets tons of those, but Adepts don't? They get more biotically oriented things? I don't know. Because I kind of want to do that thing where I load up the shotguns with the high explosive ammo and just let them knock people around the room. I mean, DPS wise it's not as efficient, but it's damn fun to watch the ragdolls fly. There we go, there's a lot of force.
Moving out. Ooh, it's this one. Ah. Oh, this is gonna be so annoying without guns.
Oof. I mean, this one's annoying with guns. Think about this. How do I want to approach it? Well, I am glad I brought two pretty heavy DPSers here because we're dealing with Geth, and they could be pretty helpful for that. I kind of wish I brought Tali with me though. She could have hacked the Geth. Really should have remembered that this is where I have this encounter. But yeah, this one sucks. Mostly because of the level 2 hazard. If there was no level 2 hazard here that would slowly kill me, I'd be okay with it. As it is, it's just kind of brutal. I'm gonna be stuck, okay. So let's go through Garrus. You have what you have? Tungsten rounds. So I want you to use tungsten round. Where I got some tungsten rounds. Do I have some tungsten rounds? I should have some tungsten rounds. Okay. It's yeah, this is gonna be interesting to say the least. I don't know. Again.
The signal must be coming from there.
Yeah. Shepard, I've got a bad feeling about this.
Alright, Geth, do it. Do it.
There's a trap.
Thank you, Admiral Akbar and Luke Skywalker. Okay. Waste him.
Jammers online.
Okay. Oh, piss! Wow, that was a lot of damage. Get us out of here. You're safe here? I'm not sure. The health should be regenerating faster than that, shouldn't it? Yikes. That was... Ugh. Yeah, that was pretty rough, but we took out one rocket trooper. One Geth at a time. We're gonna do it. Also, if you listen to this music, at various points I hear what sounds like a sheep going bah from the Spyro games. I might be crazy, but that's what it sounds like. Okay, so let's go back in and take out something else. Let's see, where's okay, take this guy out first. No. Okay, that works. Yeah, bullets. They're actually wasting it pretty quickly. Alright, that rocket trooper is gonna get a little annoying. Alright, back to the thing! That rocket just flew right in front of us. Made it. Alright. Okay, we can take out this little sucker. Come here, punk.
Kill them all.
That'd be the idea. Alright, cool. Yeah, this isn't so bad. I just have to be cautious. Cautious is all heck. Is armature the last one? Any map sure seems to indicate that. difficulty, this is hardcore. I started as a level 1, so I was not going to do Insanity. I mean, even playing Soldier Insanity is bullshit if you're level 1. See, I don't believe there's anything I can do with this thing. I guess I can blow it up. Anti-vehicle mine. Yeah, no thanks. I mean, if I ever New Game Plus it, if I come back as Adept and play through again, I would definitely do it on Insanity. But right now, yeah, no, I've got my fill as it is. See, can I overload this thing and blow it up? I don't know. Maybe. Wait. Nah, I can't. He can't do Carnage yet. Dang it. Come on, Rex. Recharge. Thank you. Okay, I guess you can't blow it up. Oh well. That's a major design flaw when something in a game can't be blown up. I think that really demonstrates a shortcoming. Oh well. Can't be perfect. My main question is, will I continue doing this no guns thing in the sequels? Doing an Insanity and playing through all 3 times to get the various achievements for the different games. Yeah, that'd be annoying. So wait, you've done a no guns run on Insanity? That's impressive. Well, actually, I guess if you're leveled up, it's not that impressive, but that's still pretty cool. Oh, there we go. Yeah, yeah. Well, and the fact that you just don't have as many biotic powers to... I mean, you don't have as many biotic powers to crowd control if you're an Adept. I think, what powers do you get at the start of Mass Effect 2 if you play Adept? I don't know. But, I mean, I imagine Warp would be one of them, which isn't even crowd control, it's just damage and shield... barrier and armor reduction. But then there's just the fact that they're not as strong. I mean, I can lift and Singularity and Stasis, whatever, I can do all that to shielded opponents in this game. That's a big deal. You can't throw shielded opponents in the sequels, right? That's a major limitation. Although they do let you do Stasis, but I don't think Stasis is available unless you do Shadow Broker. So for the second game. So yeah, it's just ugh. I mean, I guess maybe the ideal class to do a no guns run on in the sequels would probably be Infiltrator, because you can go invisible and move around the map, I guess. Even so, that still sounds really annoying. Especially if you're dealing with an Atlas or something like that. I don't know. I'm not sure. Maybe I just won't do it on hardcore. Maybe I'll do it. Maybe I'll tone it down just a little bit. We'll see. I forget if there are Geth on this planet. I'll just take the good old reliable combination. I mean, I'm sure it could be done if you position properly and if you brought the exact right squad mates for every mission and checked ahead to see what kind of enemies you'd be facing and so on. I bet it could be done. It would just be irritating. Okay, so... But yeah, the fact that the sequels are so much more combat-based and shooting-based, that would make it challenging. I don't know, what would the ideal build be to try to play through that second game without firing a gun? Because I think it's much more viable in the third game. Because A, you can move and run around a lot better. You have grenades. You have more powers. The powers, generally speaking, I think are stronger. You know, and you can get some really ridiculous powers for your squad mates. So I think doing it in 3, if you can do it in 2, you can do it in 3. The only thing is that there are certain enemies in 3, such as Banshees and Atlases, that would cause you some problems, I guess, but what are you gonna do, I suppose? I don't know. But if you're an adept or something like that, you can upgrade your recharge speed such that, you know, it's super fast. See, this is a Thresher Maw area. It looks flat. I forget. It doesn't quite flat enough for Thresher Maw. Here we need to go west. It's amazing how much faster you get credits for doing these little assignment gather things. I mean, it seems only a half dozen or a dozen levels ago that I was getting 1,000 each time. I'm getting 60,000. Incinerate can be very powerful. Yeah. And another nice thing about the third game is that if you finish the second game at level 30 and then import, you're at level 30 at the start of this third game, which is pretty darn strong. Yeah, I don't know. I think playing them on normal would be pretty doable without too much effort doing it no powers. I think once you get into hardcore or higher, then it becomes an issue. Because the enemies have so many barriers, shields, and armors that it just gets... It just all adds up and gets exponentially worse. They're more challenging in that regard, so... I don't know, I'll have to think about it. But it would be something to consider. On the other hand, considering this, would it be harder to play using only your gun? Right? No powers, only your gun. And I don't know, that sounds rough. That actually probably sounds worse than using no gun. I mean, unless you're just an aimbot. But even that sounds kind of challenging. Because of ammo management more than anything. Ah! No, 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 no! Okay, made it. Black Widow. Oh yeah, I agree. The Widow's awesome. But it only holds, what, 9 shots in Mass Effect 2? I really wish they'd left it as a one-shot weapon in Mass Effect 3. I didn't like having 3 shots, because every time I fire the Widow, I automatically hit R to start reloading it. Because that's what you do when you're using the Widow. But I have 2 shots left in Mass Effect 3, and I always forget that. I don't know why they had to do that to it. Just keep it super OP, but low ammo count, so you have to be accurate. Pay off your shots, you know. But the thing is, too, about that in Mass Effect 2, that in Mass Effect 3, you don't get that gun until a ways into the game. I mean, depending on how you play it, you might not get it until halfway or 2/3 of the way through. So it may not be so easy, I'm not sure. Of course, you could play through the game and then import your old save from Mass Effect 2 to Mass Effect 2 and get it at the start. Yes, the Widow is in 3, but that's what I'm talking about. They changed it to where it had a 3-shot chamber, or 3-shot clip. And that always weirded me out. Wait, are the rocks right underneath? Oh, okay, there we go. A little deceptive on the minimap. But yes, the Widow was in 3. You can buy it at the Spectre headquarters or whatever. I think it costs 250,000 credits. That's the main incentive for me to get money in that game, is just so I can buy the Widow rifle. Lug that sucker around and shoot things. Regular Widow was in multiplayer. Nice, nice. I mean, that makes sense. Having a rifle with a 3-shot clip that is still as strong as that gun in multiplayer still sounds pretty OP. Again, forcing people to pay off their shots. I never really played hardly any of the multiplayer though, so I can't really comment on it. It looked pretty fun, but I'm just not a multiplayer guy. I play for the single player. I do appreciate how, you know, playing the multiplayer can enhance your single player stuff, but it's not required to get the best ending. You can achieve the best ending perfectly doable without doing any multiplayer, and I'm glad for that. It would have annoyed me if I'd been forced to go online to get the best endings. But no, the more I think about it, the gun-only run, doing gun-only would suck at the start. Right? When you don't have very good weaponry. Right? When you're using the Avenger instead of the Vindicator, which is my favorite gun in the whole series. Before you get the Widow and Mass Effect 2. You know, it would stink. But as the game went on, I think doing gun-only would be a lot better than powers-only. That's just my impression of it. Save. Just in case. Oh. Shredder rounds. I got better shredder rounds. Garrus, why don't you get some El Shredderino rounds? Excellent. Yeah, that's right. I can level up. I'll just keep making my barrier more ridiculous. Hey, Liara. By the way, yeah. See you later, Xeno. Take care. By the way, why is it that I upgraded her electronics, but she still doesn't have overload? Why the hell is that? Is there a reason for that? I don't know. Is mystery. I do not know. Garrus gets a point. Well, let's just that's assault rifle. Target acquired. Why do they both have better shields than I do? Oh well. Ah, the soothing sounds of the Mass Effect callouts. See, this is where I should have brought Rex with his shotgun. Wasted. Okay, hold on. Nope. It's the operation. I thought I would have killed him by now. I confess myself a little disappointed. Alright, there we go. He has been deadified. Excellent. some amps. Again, why just the Roman numerals? What the heck? Begin manual override. Hey, found the armor. Wait, so where was Ton Actus? Isn't he normally here? Oh well. Suppose not this time. Destiny is separate. That door? Yep, that door opens. Uh-oh, I have to rid myself of some things. Ah! That was close, but I made it. Alrighty, let's head out. Actually, let's go to El Inventorio. That's Spanish for the inventory. And let's convert some things to Omnigel. Constant battle of clearing out your inventory. You know that you go through the motions and you do it a bunch, you clear it, but then a few, an hour later, it's full again. I don't know. It's Alright. So I'll keep the old inventory clear for a little bit. I've already been here. Let's see. That's about that. Let's go take Rex's armor.
Looking for supplies? Let's see what you bet, Commander.
So, By this part, did you mean the inventory stuff, or what? Or just walking around the ship? The ship is pretty nice. No. Space mapping stuff. Yeah, that is pretty sweet. When I get $1 bazillion, I'm gonna have a galaxy map in my living room that's holographic and has that little what's it, a pulpit, right? The thing that Quint stands on the prow of the Orca. You know, I'm gonna have that. It's gonna be dope.
Rex, I think I found your armor.
Let me see. Damn. This is it. Hard to believe my ancestors wore this piece of crap. But at least it's back where it belongs. Thanks, Shepard. I might be starting to like you after all.
You getting soft on me, Rex?
Huh. Just because I like you doesn't mean I wouldn't kill you.
That's what you want to hear from an employee. Okay. So, this armor is needed. This one is not as good. And that's everything else. Okay, cool. What about Tali? What Quarian armor do I have? Not much for her. Pretty good meta interface to keep her healthy. But yeah, the galaxy map also has some nice music that goes with it. It makes it nice and soothing, you know. Just sounds good. Let's see. You know, I think I'm just gonna call it a stream and make some dinner and call it a night for now. I kind of feel like doing another mission, but if you're ever kind of feeling like playing a game, you should just stop and go read a book or something. So, thank you all for watching. Nice seeing you, Mom. And yeah, Xeno Reaper with the subscription. Phoebe's also doing some chatting. It's nice to see all of you. So, take care, and we'll catch you next time.